Let's talk about our success for this year. So today's session is going to be a follow-up for last week's session. I want to help you make sure that you're on track and that you're moving along and that you just don't leave behind the work that you did last week. Let's get results and outcomes. Let's keep moving forward. So, as I mentioned last week, we're at the end of September, and before you know it, it'll be the end of the year. And I don't want you to wait till the last minute to think, what did I accomplish? I wanted to do all these things. Why didn't I get them done? Let's think now. What's on our mind? What's on your list? What are your personal goals that you'd like to get done? And how can you set them in motion so that you know that you will accomplish and achieve those things that you have in mind? And in particular, I love to help busy women be super succeeders. I love to help women handle multiple goals. There are so many things we want in our lives, and often we sit in what I call a random life mode, default life mode, just waiting and seeing what happens. But no, I want to help you get in the driver's seat so that you are the driver, the architect of your life, and not just waiting for life to happen, but creating your best life so that you know that you're moving along till where you want to get to. So, as I said, I'd like to help you continue to move forward. And if you were with me last week, and if you weren't, you can go back in our group and watch that again after you watch this. But as I said last week, let's get this done before 2025 arrives. So let's follow up. Did you fill out your forms? Last week, I mentioned two variations of forms that you can fill out. One is you can handwrite a form if that's your preferred way of doing it. And another, and I put this in our group, is a printed version where you can have your number one goal, 3 lines, and that's just like it was on the handwritten sheet. Number 2 will be your second goal and 3 lines. 3 will be your third goal and 3 lines, and 4 will be your fourth goal and 3 lines. Similarly to what you can do on your handwritten sheet. You can fill out whichever form you prefer. But again, let's talk about the goals. If you filled out your form, then you're ready to move forward. But if you didn't, that's fine. You'll have the opportunity to do that today and then to move forward as well. So we're going to go over certain common goals that people frequently have. And then I want to get you going to slide to success. So let's get this done. So I want to mention again some frequent common goals that people talk about so that they're in your mind if you want to use them. And again, you can use any goals that you have in mind, but frequently people have goals that they talk about for work goals. Do you want a promotion or a change in your current job? Do you want to have a step up in title or income or responsibility or title? Or do you want a totally new job in a totally different area, a different field? What about your home, your physical home? Maybe you want to change organization um, or the way you handle meals. How about your family? What about your relationship with a significant other or with your children or supporting your children's needs? Often with the younger kids, we have goals for our kids that we want to help them with. Maybe it's sleeping through the night or sleeping in their bed through the night or toilet training. For the older kids, it's often helping them build independence or build confidence in their lives or build school skills or other special skills. And what about going back to you? What about your health? Often it can really help to build your self care because we're so frequently engaged in helping other people and other areas in our job and coworkers and family. And if we don't take care of ourselves, then our cup is not full to help fill others. We need to be strong to have the energy and stamina to get done what we want. So self care is so important. What else would you like to accomplish in your health? Maybe stress management. Being human means that we experience some stress and challenges in life. So, stress management is often important. I know another goal a lot of women often have is weight loss, and I deal and help women with that personally. So, if that's a personal goal for you, I would encourage you to set up an appointment with me and we can talk about that in particular. That's a real important one that has connections to your health and the level of your energy that you can have. It's so important, and the connections to some chronic health problems. So, your health is really important. And don't just let your health happen to you. There are so many things you can do, so many steps you can take. Some of them are actually small steps that can have significant results. What about your personal growth and development would you like to do other than health? Are there hobbies or sports or arts or music? What would you like to do for your personal growth? Often people have goals in finances. So, what do you want to do to save money or invest money or to be more responsible in handling your money? That's really very important to many people. And it takes time and effort and intention. So let's think about the goals. What about work-life balance? Do you need to balance more to feel more in control and less feeling out of control, like life is controlling you? So is work-life balance one of your goals? Is personal growth one of your goals? Is finances or dealing with relationships with a significant other? What about health or stress management or self care? There are so many things that we, as busy working women, do and need. And there are so many gears involved here. The advantage is that in this group, I run a full scope program. We have a full scope community. So we're handling all of these issues. So often I hear from women who come to me and clients who first come to me that they worked in a time management group and it would have made sense, but they're busy with other responsibilities. It just wasn't relevant to their life. Or they worked in a work management group and it didn't make sense for them because it didn't align with their home, with their family goals. So the advantage of being here, of working here with us, is we work with all of these areas together, all of these gears. So you can be assured that any of the programs, any of the sessions, I'm always taking into consideration these various areas that you're working with. And I want to help women work towards multiple goals to be super succeeders. I like that term, and I like encouraging women to be super succeeders, to have multiple goals moving forward so that you can really feel that you're accomplishing in your life and that you're building the life that you want. So, the first important thing is to name your goals and to be as specific as possible. So, in goals, we talk about SMART goals that are specific and measurable, and goals that are relevant and that are time framed so that you know when you want to accomplish them. And they're achievable so that they're realistic. You know that it's not some unrealistic, unattainable goal, but something that can be done, that you can identify steps. And that's the next step that I want to make sure you're taking today. A lot of times people just set goals and they say, I have a goal, and they wonder why they never achieved it. It's not just setting goals, it's setting and identifying steps that will help you get there. And often it's the steps that's the harder part of making that transition to get where you're going. So if you think about it, when you start, you're here and you want to get here, and you simply need the steps to get you from here to here. And I say simply, but that's often not as simple. It's often more complicated. Um, and when you're dealing with multiple goals, you need steps in each area. You need to work them together. And my people that I work with are super succeeders. They're used to doing multiple things and feeling calm about it, feeling in control about it, feeling proud about it, that you're seeing results, that you're excited, you're motivated, you have momentum. So I encourage you to work on these steps to make sure that you do have these steps, not just goals. It's not just about goal setting. So many people, there are so many articles, so many programs that really just talk about setting goals and naming goals. And there's a lot more to reaching goals than just saying, I want to accomplish this. You really have to think carefully about what is the next reasonable step that will help you get there. Again, I want you to think of yourself and think of goal management like cars. Like if you get into your car and you just drive around randomly, you don't know where you're going to get. And when you handle your days like that, when you're just kind of handling your days randomly, you're doing some things off of your to-do list, but they don't specifically relate specifically to individual goals, then how are you going to get there? The best way of getting from here to here is this way, vertically, and getting where you're going with the steps that make sense. So I encourage you to work on your list. Now, the good thing is that if you need help, and again, I want you to realize and understand that you're not isolated, you're not alone. You have a community here where we're all working together. We're all enthusiastic about building momentum, about getting there, about having multiple goals and being super succeeders. And you are one in the community where I want you to succeed. So if you're finding difficulty or that it's somewhat complicated to figure out those steps, to get the gears working together, to get momentum, to get yourself moving, I do invite you that I will have a limited number of appointments in my schedule available. I am happy to speak to a number of you to help you figure out what are the steps, what are the goals, how are you going to get from here to here. I love empowering busy women to build that success travel and journey. And I love when you get to celebrate, when you've accomplished, when you realize, I used to be here, but now I am here. My life is changed. My life is transformed. So I want you to think for a moment in your mind where you are at now and where you would like to go on your, which you've identified on your sheets, where you'd like to go. I want you to think for a moment, maybe even close your eyes. What will it feel like to be empowered to reach those goals? What will it look like to feel strong and empowered? Think for a moment the freedom that you'll have, the energy, the enthusiasm, the excitement, the joy that you'll have. And I want you to get excited about this momentum and this movement and this growth and this transformation of not just feeling like you're stuck here, but feeling like there's no reason why you can't get here. So I congratulate you for being committed. You're showing up, You're working on this, even if you don't have all of your goals figured out yet, even if you don't have all of your steps figured out yet, I want you to work on that. I am happy to speak to you if I can help you build that journey, that pathway, that track, and stay on that track so that you can accomplish what you want, whether it's a new job, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to build a self care program, whether it's to help your children meet milestones, whether it's to improve your relationship with a significant other, whether it's to plan a vacation for your family so that you can all take some time off. Let's figure out what it is that can help you build success and happiness in your life. So, let me know if I can be of help to you. There are a few steps that you can take to be a super succeeder. One is to work on your sheet. Second is to come into our group during the week so that you see all of the recommendations that I put for all of the areas. Again, I mentioned we are a full scope home. So I put out many recommendations and suggestions each day of each week. So make sure you come into our group to look for all of those recommendations. Come every Sunday to our Facebook group. Tonight, by the way, and every week I do it live. Tonight, those of you who've been in our group heard me announce that I am a new grandma. My daughter, who is 31 years old, had a baby, her first child, and my first grandchild in August. And she needs me this Sunday night to babysit for her son, for my first grandchild. So I committed to her that I would do that, but I did not want to leave you without a program because this is our time together. So I am leaving this video tonight for you. Again, I'm always here live, but this week I've left this video for you. And I appreciate all the congratulations that you've given to me on being a grandma. I've seen all the comments that you've written in the group, all the comments in the chat. I love if you're here, whether you're watching this as this was put live in our group or whether you're watching it on replay, please put some comments in our chat. I love to know what's going on. What are some of your goals that you're working on? Please share so that you can help inspire others. Tell us some of your goals, maybe some of your steps. Let me know if you're excited for me that I am a new grandma as well. I love all those congratulations. And again, make sure you come to our group during the week, back here next Sunday night at our regular time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe so you'll know each time I come out with a new video. And again, I can't wait to speak with you, to learn what your goals are, and to help you build that pathway that you can stay on and help you celebrate when you reach that destination, when you've reached your goals, when you become a successful and multiple goal succeeder. So I congratulate you on your commitment. I can't wait to see your growth and your success. Let's talk soon.